Hi, Stitchers.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura. Welcome to the Pattern Queens, episode 182.
Today is Sunday, June 22nd, and this is a channel about cross stitch. And we just want to thank everyone for coming and checking us out. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. We hope we like that we like what we see, but we hope that you will like what you see. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. There's lots and lots of floss tubers to watch, and we're just thrilled that you want to come and watch us. So in the comments, let us know what you're stitching while you're watching us, or if you're doing something else.
And I did read the comments this week, and I read them while I was out and didn't get a chance to reply back. But thank you. We had some
Mhm.
good suggestions, and actually, I need to look up one thing. One stitcher shared a hashtag, and I was going to try and get, oh, if I would just look at our comments, I would have it, right?
Great. Now, Laura was very excited about this comment. We have a whole bunch of plans and stuff now.
Well, and I've been trying to just be good. Okay, so it is the 13 hashtag 13, the number 13 for the 250th Sal. And if I think about it, I'll put in the link. I'll put it in so you can see it on
Mhm.
the screen. And what the purpose of this is to stitch on the 4th of every month a patriotic piece, because next year will be the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration.
Mm.
So I'm a little late starting, but I still think it works.
Yes, yes. Now Laura's got plans.
If you've been with us, you know that I am a July 3rd birthday and that I really like my Americana stitching. So this should be
Mhm.
fun.
Mhm.
And yeah, I didn't bring everything in. I didn't bring things in. I told Keisha I might, but I may have to make a separate video and show. And I haven't even pulled all the stuff that I already have.
Right. And I think I might be piggybacking on the Sal, but I'll talk about it in plans.
Hey, sounds good. So, what's new with you this week?
Well, what's new with me is apparently in my almost 36 years of life, I have not been able to figure out how to properly put sunscreen on my arms. So I went to the splash pad with the boys yesterday, and I've got just big old sunburns on the back of my arms, like about as the color of my shirt. So I'm trying not to wince every time I move. Front part of my arm, perfect, pasty white. Back part of my arm, just didn't quite get it.
Oh
So
my
that's what's new
goodness.
with me. How about you?
Well, we were supposed to do 24 hours of cross stitch. However, Katie got busy on a project and she backed out. I'd
Mm,
already said I was going to do it. I was already keyed up. And so I did some of it. So
nice. Nice.
I didn't get anywhere near 24 hours. We would be finishing up today. I
Mhm.
think I would have to do a lot of hours to catch up.
Yeah, I had Thursday off, whatever you guys were going to start, so I was like, "Oh, I'll get a good head start on it." No, I've probably stitched less than 8 hours this whole weekend, so
Well, and also you have to start stitching before 10 o'clock at night to make any progress.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, so I did get some things started, but I didn't get my 24 hours in like I wanted to. So I may try again another weekend.
Perfect.
Are you ready to hop into some things?
Yes, let's talk about it.
I have a little bit of stash. I don't think you brought anything today.
No, I don't have anything today.
I ordered project bags. I ordered specifically to get something for Katie's birthday. She
Mm.
wanted some beach themed project bags, and I found one that the pop-up stitcher had made with frosted pumpkin fabric and
Mm.
at the beach, and it is really cute.
How fun.
And so that is hers. But I can't get one for her and not get one for me.
Right, it would get lonely on the journey. Ooh,
Paw
cute.
prints.
Look at that.
And she does a really good job on these. There is her tag.
Ooh, very cool.
I got a third one too and Katie kept it. I wasn't sure if she would
Mhm.
or not. I have two kinds of fabric inside. That white is a white on white fabric,
Mhm.
really pretty.
Very nice.
Um, the other one for Katie has scissors on it, and
Mhm.
it talks about make on the inside of it, on the
Oh,
inside.
cool.
And then she threw in this cute little thread bed, which you saw has a button
Hmm.
closure and has the place to hold your needle and the place to hold all your floss. And the thing that she does a little bit different is on the outside, she gives you a place, a little pocket where you could put your
Oh,
scissors.
that's nice.
And there is her name again. Check her out on Etsy. She had a bunch of really cute things. So, but
Okay.
this was just something she threw in to kind of let people test out.
Yeah, I like that with the little pocket. That is nice.
Yeah, really cute. So that was my purchase. I did get some, I was trying to think. I got some floss this week. That's like an a forever thing, I feel like.
Right. Right. You always need something.
Yeah. So I also have a finish,
All right.
and it's not fully finished, but it is nearly fully finished.
Okay.
How about that? So I finished Seahorses by Ardith
Oh,
Designs.
so cute. It looks so good.
Thank you. And I was doing some finishing for Katie, so I went ahead and sewed the backing on. Now this has a
Mhm.
little seahorse charm that'll go up here in one corner. This corner, I
Mhm.
think, is where I'm going to put it.
Okay.
And then it will get stuffed and I'll sew it up and it'll be done. But
Cute.
yeah. So that's finish. I think that's finish 18 for the year.
Wow. That's awesome.
I am moving.
You are.
So it was good. It was good to finish it. The Ada, that's 18 count Ada that she hand dyed, so probably it's a little tighter.
Hmm.
I had to poke and stab the whole time.
Mm.
And because the fabric was cut to size, now
Hmm.
I know why we never cut our fabric till we're at the end,
Hmm. Yeah.
because I had to buy another hoop to be able
Yeah.
to even get it in a hoop. And like the margins were just tight
Right. Right.
in the hoop. It's
Hmm.
fine when I'm done, everything's fine, but I struggled a little. So I was happy to get it done. It's cute to look at. I'm sitting here looking at it.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, so and you'll see as we go through whips that I leave big margins on most of my things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just don't cut down fabric until I'm done.
Okay, so do you want to show? Let's move on to whips.
Yeah. Let's do
You
it.
want to show the one that we have in common?
Yes.
Mine is in my Black Needle Society bag
Ooh, fun.
with my Society stitcher. If I get in there, you don't
Oh,
mind her.
sweet. Mine actually lives in this giant bag. I don't know why it's in this big old bag. It's a tiny, tiny
It was
project.
handy.
Yeah, we started it at the beginning of the year, and this was in the nice list. So,
And it is Society Stitcher, whichever side it's on. And we are both doing this. Mine's on 32 count Orchid Soft or Orchid Light. I always forget what it's called, from Color and Cotton. And I'm stitching 2/2 with a conversion to overdyed floss based on the DMCs that Katie chose for it.
and mine is on a piece of 32 count Evenweave Enchanted Forest from Forbidden Fiber Co. Why do I always my brain? Um,
Because there are a lot of those
yes,
companies.
yes, there are. And I just picked whatever flosses I wanted, and I'm doing it 1/1.
Awesome. And you want to tell them about where we can find it?
Yes, so this is on the Black Needle Society Facebook page, and it's free. It's in the files.
Here they are. I finished the steam at the top. I did not do yesterday's stitches, so I owe it a little.
So I'm caught up through yesterday. I haven't done today's stitches yet.
Nice. And I did start filling in the cup.
Mm.
Where I was filling in it was right here. And
Uh-huh.
so I just went straight down and
Oh,
started
cool.
working.
Yeah, I have been alternating doing the steam and doing the filling in the cup because with over one it gets kind of tight. So I just kind of want to be done with that. So I'm just trading off with thread lengths.
But that's it. We're
Mm.
getting there.
Yes, I
And
love it.
we talked about this last time, but I will finish on July 13th and Keisha will finish on July 14th.
Yes. 14 stitches on the 14th.
Hmm. And I'm finishing mine on the 13th so that I get to have a retreat finish.
Mhm. And ending mine on the 14th. That's my boy's birthday. So,
And then we will be on to, we can talk about it in plans,
yeah,
right? Make
sure.
a note. We got to remember and do it.
Let's try.
Okay. So then I pulled out next one that I've been working on for a little bit, Cook a Pen by Twisted
Mm.
Oaks Designs. I don't even know if you can get this anymore. But look, she did the original chicken.
Hmm.
And I am using, I believe it's called Parisian, pink Parisian. There it is. Pink Parisian stripes from Fabric Flair. And I'm using DMC, the Coloris threads number 4210.
Ooh, such a pretty one.
And I did over 600 stitches on this and it
Wow.
moved it.
Yes.
I got
Wow.
all of the rest of the way up this side and started that diagonal. Now, the next band is going to be a little more difficult for me to get in. Just, it'll be not difficult. It'll be a little fussier to get in.
Mhm.
But I was trying to see if I could see it on here. I don't have that page out that has the
Mhm.
whole thing, but it'll be okay. And I will get that in. I would love to finish this one up this month and get it
Yeah.
off my whip list.
It's such a pretty one.
That's a big ask.
Hmm. We don't have a whole lot of month left, but you could probably do it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a lot of stitches to get across, but also once I get going, it's a pretty good rhythm. I only worked on it one day and I did 632 stitches.
Okay. You
So,
could totally do it.
and I told you that's the after 10 o'clock stitching.
Mm.
So, okay. Do you have another one?
Yeah, sure. So I have been working on Flying Pink Piggy. This is from Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Lisa Victoria. I'm stitching this 1/1 on just a white piece of linen on 25 count. And here's where she is this week. I I was so
You were
ambitious.
so close. You
Yeah,
were almost there.
I was so ambitious to tell you 2 weeks ago that I was going to make it over here. But you can see I'm almost there. Just a lot of color changes. So, and then I'll pop back over here and go across again. So, I've really been liking picking this up. It's just a hard one to pick up kind of midweek. And whenever I stitch on it, like I think whenever we do our stats at the end of this month, this will probably be one of my lower months because I just can't stitch on this as fast. There's that.
Um, on Thursday, I started Day at the Seashore, which
Ooh.
has a flag on it. So it is
Ooh.
my 13 for the 250th for this month. I'm not sure I'm going to put all those stars all the way around. And in my patriotic bag, I found a whole bunch of stars that I had just bought to have
Okay.
when a shop was closing out. So, I mean, I could put those in, but I'm going to get my little crab in and,
Mhm.
the stuff like the birds, the stuff down along here, but I'm not sure I'm going to do all of the other stuff.
Yeah.
This is where it is.
Oh, you got a lot done.
On the first night, I got almost 700 stitches, And then during chat yesterday, I put in some more. So I have
Mhm.
984. Well, I have 989 stitches in since I
Wow.
started the other part of the bird.
That's awesome.
So I love the little
Mm-hmm.
wave down here. This is charted all in DMC. I did change a few of the colors to overdyes just to give it a little more movement. This is one of them, and the shoreline with the sand castle. You can really tell on the
Yeah.
sand castle because of the way I stitched it,
Mm-hmm.
that it changes. So
Yeah, definitely. Very
fun.
cool.
So we'll see. I'll get some more in on it and see what I can get done. This one's on a 32 count fabric from my stash.
Mhm.
some
Hey, sometimes stash is like
yeah,
that.
some some things have names, some things do not. So you want me show one more?
Yeah, sure. I only have one more thing left to show.
Okay. Then that was Thursday. Then on Friday, the first day of summer.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if any of you join me on this one. Summer Moon from Plum Street.
Yes.
And we were chatting with friends, and this will not look like diddly to you. However, I did 645 stitches.
Oh, nice.
This is on 32 count wing beans from Needle Bling Designs.
Hmm.
And like this path down here, this will show up because there's white all around it.
Okay.
So it's right on the center. I wanted to start center bottom to get everything
Hmm.
in. But
Awesome.
that's the massive door on the house
Okay.
and the center section of the house. That's one side, the other side comes out this far.
Okay. Awesome. You got a good start on it.
I did. And then I'll have, so I worked right here, right up,
Hmm.
and then I think I filled in this whole side and I made it to this edge, which I
Okay.
guess is not technically the edge of the house because the flower goes out to the edge there.
Mhm.
But I got a lot in that. I was really happy with that. And I got my bunny
Ooh, well,
because,
perfect.
these have bunnies on them.
Sure.
And it's that's from Flamingo Toes Needle Minders.
Okay.
She does
Cool.
adorable needle minders, and I love the pretty needle minders that she has. She has all sorts of
Mhm.
things. I have another one coming up here too. So you want to show? I have
Yeah,
one more also.
I'll
So
show my next one. And I may have to have Laura insert a picture of this one because I have it digitally. On the first day of summer, I worked on Summer in Stars Hollow from the
uh-huh,
Black Needle Society. And you can look back behind Laura.
right there,
She's
right?
got
It's
it.
at the end. Yeah.
And so I worked on this. My goal is to try to finish it by summer. And I'm doing all of the pieces as one, like it is back there, on a piece of 32 count, just white even weave. So I put in a lot of some yellow, some red there. I didn't get a whole lot of stitches done, but that's okay. And I have my hedgehog from Ray and my favorite of the Stars Hollow needle binder is the official town troubadour. So you can
Fun.
see I have autumn done over here next to it. So but yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we have the flowers kind of in front. So then you'll need to do this half, right?
No, so spring is all the way on the end. So
Oh,
it's
that's true.
yeah.
This is summer.
Yeah, so I'll have one more over here and then I'll have one over on this other side because winter will be over here. I'm
Okay.
doing them the way they were released. So,
Okay. My last whip, I started this last night, and you guys are gonna laugh so hard. So it is salt box. It's
mhm.
spring salt boxes by Plum Street. That you're gonna see a theme. I am doing Plum Street.
Right.
But what I am doing is just putting one white border around each of them. And I'm going to do all 8 of them on one piece of fabric. So I'll do these two. And I think I'm going to leave like, uh, so I'll do one around, plus I'm going to leave one open space between the two.
Okay.
And so I started this one. Look really hard. I started that one.
All right. I can tell that's the one you started.
I fell asleep so fast after this. I had to go pick Bree up at 10:30 last night. So
Mm,
yeah, I came home, sat down, seriously sat down to stitch and then fell asleep.
yeah.
And with this white, what I decided, this is a 32 count old mill Java from R&R Dying to Stitch, and that my friend Sue got me. And I decided that what I would do, just to let this kind of fade in a little, I'm only using one strand of floss, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
showing up really nicely. You
Yeah.
can see where that box is. And
Yeah,
when I
definitely.
get all of the color in there, it's going to look really great on this.
Hmm.
So I thought it was the perfect piece to do all of these. And this is another Flamingo Toes needle minder. I love these strawberries.
Yeah.
So
Very cute.
but yeah, I would like to get in and get some more time on that. I am really, really anxious to do this one. I want to do this so much.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that
I'm going
one's
to
really
stitch
pretty.
that great big old hill and the great big dark blue house first.
And then reward yourself with the other one.
Yeah. And these are only, okay, when I take out the extra white stitches, these are only 59 by 63.
Oh, okay. That's not
So
too bad.
So if I get any time on this week, I should be able to come back and show you a finish. Even though that one is really full, that's
Hmm.
still, 59 by 63.
All
So
right.
that was my last whip, sort of.
Sort of. All right.
So we're up to plans, and I was trying to decide if I had shown you guys my progress on hibernation day
Oh.
when I got home from school. I kind of think that I ended up just getting home, and I had pulled it out and couldn't remember where I had put it temporarily because we
Hmm.
had to make a big shift. So, oh my gosh, when I started this during testing, I had I had done the baskets, and I had done the bottom row. I was trying to decide. Maybe I had just done the N on this because it was close. I had done the bottom row of that text and the N on hibernation.
Wow.
So I am up to the section that has the big houses,
Hmm.
and they are no joke. Like stitching that is no joke.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited about this. And this is a piece of 28 count stone washed by Seraphim Fabrics, and it is just gorgeous. I'll show you.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty.
It's got like some brownish spots, and it's just really pretty.
Hmm.
So I love working on this, and this is my snow day piece, but I
Hmm.
figured out that I had started it and promptly put it away somewhere so well that I couldn't figure out where it was.
Oh.
And so I owed this thing some crazy number of stitches, which I have not hit yet. So
Hmm.
I'm hoping that maybe I will find some time and just put a few stitches in that this week.
Oh,
So
nice.
then, do you want to talk the 13 for the 250th, or do you want to talk I have some birthday stuff I want to think about.
Okay. Whichever you want to start with is fine.
You show your 13.
Okay. So we were talking about the 13 for the 250th, and I don't really stitch a lot of patriotic
Yeah.
things.
Surprise,
Um,
surprise. Keisha doesn't have that many things in her stash for this.
I don't. Uh, weird things that make you laugh. Yes. Halloween, Christmas, just about anything else. Weird animals. I got it. I don't really have anything for this though. I could think of a couple of things that I have that I haven't started. One of which is a big commitment because it's Lady of the Flag. The other one, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one that Little House put out. That was on the anniversary of the Votes for Women. I do
Oh,
have that one that I haven't started. But then Lara reminded me that it's not technically patriotic, but it's kind of.
I mean, it
I
is.
have I have Lady Justice from Mirabilia, and I have started this one. And Lara had the idea that maybe I could chunk this up into 13 different parts and maybe finish it next year. So I'm me. So I counted up how many stitches were left in this. And this isn't going to be exactly right with how I'm going to stitch it because I'll probably do over one skin. But I found out that I have a little better than 15,000 stitches left on it.
Oh, that's a lot of stitches a month, right?
But essentially, I could do 1,300 stitches a month and finish it. Uh,
Oh, that's even cooler, right?
So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So I'll have like a couple months of probably catch up because I didn't start it earlier this month, but I can try to get them done by the 4th. Like I said, July. We do have a retreat at the end of July, so maybe I'll do that. But here's where I am right now, just to show you, just to document it. So I've got a lot to go. I basically have done this little part of the sash. So um so
That'll
yeah.
be so fun to watch that come along.
Yeah, so that's my plan. And this is the first Mirabilia I've ever stitched, so I'm kind of excited. I have all of the beads and all of the things, so I am excited to work on that.
So do you
Uh,
think you'll start on the 4th every month, or will you just like work on it on the week that includes the 4th or
well, I think I will just put it into my rotation of overall goals, but try to get it done by the 4th, I think is what I'm
okay.
going to do. That
Okay.
way. That way I can just kind of pull it out and it's lower pressure because it would at the rate that I stitch it would probably be the only thing I could work on for a week in order to get all that done. And, I have a couple of other goals. So I think I'm just going to work on it during the month and try to get the stitches done by the 4th.
Awesome.
Those are the plans.
Awesome. Well, we have I have years of stash.
Mhm.
And I have one bag that I pulled out. Plus, when we hit the garage sale last year, I think, um, there were just so many great pieces. And Katie was able to snag some things for me. Plus, Katie's given me a couple of her blackbirds that I'm going to stitch that are patriotic. And so, really, what I think I'm going to do is mostly just wait until about a week before the 4th. And then I'm going to go through what I have pulled together and pull a piece out.
Mm.
I may put up a poll on my Instagram, so watch for that and maybe vote to see which one I should do. I may narrow it down to a few.
Mhm.
And the way that I may do that is if I get some time, I'm going to sit down and make a video. I'm going to make a video for you guys that shows you all of my patriotic charts and whips, and let you kind of decide what I should work on. Excuse me. I will be planning to work. I think I have 6 patriotic whips that I have identified.
Mm.
And I do plan to work on all of them. See, I try and not let myself go too nuts with my
Right.
Americana patriotic stuff because I would have a lot of it
Yeah.
started. But I don't have any smalls. Um, I have, because I colored them on my spreadsheet now.
Mhm.
I don't have any smalls. I have one, two, three, four, five. I have five mediums. Oh, I have seven, and I have two BAPs.
Mm.
Now, one of those is One Nation, and I started in the Field of Stars,
Mhm.
and I am off somehow. So really
Mm.
that one may not come out because probably what I'm going to have to, I'm really have to sit down and count and figure out where in the world I'm off.
Right.
And maybe the best thing would be for me to try and get it into Pattern Keeper so
Mm.
that it would be easier to keep track of.
Mm.
But
Right.
the other BAP is it's kind of a with a star with a little asterisk by it because it's a year at Hawk Run Hollow. Guess
Mm.
which block I'm ready for?
Ooh, yes, July.
I'm ready for July, and the July block is so cute. It's almost solid, and those are those 90.
92 by 92, I
That's
think.
what I was thinking. Okay. So that's a lot of stitches,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the a couple of people watching a fireworks display,
Oh.
and I think it's over water. I'm trying to remember exactly what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But that one, I would love to get that thing started. And probably that will be my July piece since
Mm.
it's the month of July.
Sure.
But then I have, like I said, five mediums started. Um, one of them is that America, the draped flag from
Mm.
Blackbird that I started last year that I found at the garage sale. And yeah, I have some really cute stuff. One of them I have to see if I really feel like it's patriotic, and then I'll decide if I'm going to work on it.
All right. Sounds good.
So I may be down to just five in here, but anyway, that's where I am on those things. But also, the month of July is our birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and I have had this. Two birds in the hand, which Tracy
Ooh.
then wrote, now these two birds are in your hand.
Oh, she's so funny.
So I have this, and it calls for some Treenway silks. Well, I found this to use for one, which funny
Mhm.
enough is called hyacinth. And for them, hyacinth is the dark color.
Mm,
Mine would obviously be this light color.
right.
And I just ordered some floss that when it comes in, I think one of the two dark ones I got will be
Mhm.
perfect to go with this.
Okay.
So I'm
Exciting.
thinking I want to do this. This one is 49 by 165, but alphabets go fast for me.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping that that would mean that I could get that done.
Right.
And the other one that has just been calling to me is He Leads
Mm,
Me. So that may have to be it. And yeah,
such a sweet one.
it is cute. And they did it big, but I think I'm going to do it small. I got just regular floss. If I was going to do it big, I would do pearl cottons, but
Mm,
I love this.
yeah.
And I'm sure I'll have to do more. I mean, there are so many I've wanted to start, but really I'm trying to be good. And you
Hmm.
guys, with that finish this last week, I am down to 139 whips.
Nice. Look at you go.
It's going to be over 140 at the end of the month, but unless I get a few more done,
Yeah.
because I have not added in the three that I started this weekend. But
Hmm.
um, if I can finish Day at the Seashore, that will take care of that one. I will not, well, uh, if I finish one of these spring ones, I can count
Hmm.
that as a finish and it won't be a whip until I start on it again.
Mm.
Technicality in
There we
my thing.
go.
but Summer Moon will definitely be a whip because it's
Right.
big.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler, I have Flag Thief in my stash.
Mm,
That may have to be one of my 13, and that's another huge Plum Street.
right. You love huge plum streets.
Well,
You like
and
little plum streets. You like plum streets.
it's another one with a bunny. So what am I supposed to do? I
Right.
thought I had it pulled up. Here you go. It is so cute.
Oh, yeah, that one's fun.
And it's Flag Thief. How can I
Mhm.
not do that?
Right. There are so many flags on that. It's so patriotic.
So, anyway, but I would have to get it pulled out, get it kitted up,
Mm,
all the things. So it may be a later on in the year kind of a thing.
right. You want to know something that I noticed as we're talking? You're wearing blue and white, and I'm wearing red and white. So we're basically wearing American flag colors today.
Well, mine is kind of periwinkle.
Yeah, mine is just, it's just old.
uh,
I was just looking at that and I was like, well, that's funny.
oh, since we're talking about this, yeah.
hmm
And I
hmm
should say that the let me find these two people. The um Sal is hosted by, if I get in here, I'll tell you. It's by two Nancys, and on Facebook, she must be okay. That's what I was trying to double check. Um, one Nancy is, maybe it's, I see, I'm not looking at it right because I know I have her up in here. It's Disorderly Stitcher, and I don't know if it's the Disorderly Stitcher or if it's just Disorderly. Let me see if I can find my history. And the other Nancy is Stitcher with the laughing face. Oh, I see what my problem was. Okay. So I was getting the wrong word in there first. One is Nancy the Disorderly Stitcher.
Okay.
So Nancy is the first one on there. And the other one is, this is what hers looks like, Stitcher with the laughing face.
Perfect.
And they made a video together um that talks about it. Let me go to the other one. So you can go and watch it on their website. So this is what it looks like.
hmm
And they talked about it a couple of times. I think the latest one is the two of them together, but they talk about the Sal and what their plans are. They show a lot of great patriotic pieces. They both stitch different things. The Disorderly Stitcher found a book that she had that has a bunch of smalls.
Oh,
And
cool.
so she was talking about maybe she would work on those because then she would
Mhm.
have the little pieces to finish up and she could display those. But it's kind of fun to see all that. And I did mean to credit them with that when I talked about that earlier. So that's where that idea came from. And
Awesome.
our friend Doreen is the one who told us about it. So
Okay,
won't say
perfect.
won't say any more than that. But thank you, Doreen, because
Yeah,
yes,
thanks.
you know what's right up my alley. So
Yeah. And then with your birthday starts, you'll have to let me know what you settle on because I think I have not that same sheep, but I have a Bent Creek sheep. And I definitely have some ink circles hanging around. So
I was trying to decide if you had this two birds or not,
I
but
don't think I have that one, but I could definitely work on swimming with scissors or something
oh,
like
there
that
you go.
in support of your birthday.
But yeah, those two are so cute. And I have another big ink circles that I've really wanted to start, but it's
Mm,
another great big piece. So
mm,
definitely it would add to the whip count, and I'm trying to keep it down some.
right.
So if I started these, I don't think I said about He Leads You. The stitch count on it is 51 by 43.
Mm,
And he would just be the cutest little guy. And I'm
yeah.
thinking, okay, so they used a 25 count vintage country mocha Lugana over two. But
Okay.
this to me, when I look at it, it screams picture this plus one of her greens.
Mm, yeah, I think so.
So I that's where I'm kind of leaning with that. And I'm debating on this. I just, you know how sometimes you don't use a fabric for a while and your brain has to think whether or not you still like that one?
Hmm.
Well, I bought a piece of platinum Belfast. It's not just, it's Zweigert Platinum Belfast
Hmm.
from 123. And it would be close-ish,
Right.
but I mean, it would be close-ish size-wise. However, I got the selvage.
Mm,
So I'm thinking I would have an inch on each end instead of 2 inches. But with
mm,
that, I would get a little more wiggle room. So I need to pull this out and really measure it because the
hmm.
cut is everything, right?
Right.
But I think this color would be really pretty with my purples.
Yeah, definitely.
Or I could get a really good crisp white and do it,
Mm, yeah, that would be pretty too.
which is so unlike me, right? To just
Uh-huh.
a
Yeah.
plain.
But sometimes you just want to let the floss kind of sing too.
Mhm. And what's my favorite color? Purple. So
Hmm.
I'm going to have two gorgeous purples. This one variegates a lot. I've had this laying in here. This came out at market. I was trying to see if she had a date right here. I think it came out last year, maybe the
Mm,
year before, maybe the year before. So I think this is from 2023, and it's been sitting in my stash
hmm.
unstarted, and it screams me.
Yeah, for sure.
So it is time.
Yeah, sounds fun.
So there's a good question for you. What kind of charts scream you?
Yes, yes, let us know. Because
We know Keisha.
obviously, uh, Lara likes very beautiful things. She likes plum streets. She likes purples. Lara,
I like flowers.
it's interesting because lots of things scream her name,
Yeah.
but only very specific things scream her name loudly.
Yes, I love rabbits, but they need to look like real rabbits. I don't like cartoony rabbits.
Hmm. So
And
it's
yeah.
very fun. It's very fun to see what you gravitate toward.
And what screams Keisha? Well, I think it makes you laugh. It
Hmm.
has a pun.
Hmm.
Uh it's a good use of green or
Hmm.
could be a good use of green.
Hmm. Yep, that's
So
pretty much it. Yeah, and then it's just like random stuff where I'm like, oh, I like that one.
frosted pumpkin is usually.
Yeah, Frosted Pumpkin. I really like Ink Circles. I like her sense of humor a lot.
Mhm.
So, and Ardith Designs for sure, which is I'll bring my birthday's not until the end of the month. So, I'll bring you what I'm thinking about for that, but one of the contenders is an Ardith Designs. So,
When your birthday comes around, I will probably have to pull out P's and Q's
P's
and
and
see how
Q's.
far I
That's what
can
I
get.
expect, which coincidentally you end up working on at almost every retreat now
Yeah.
because
But
it's
what's funny about it too is that I chose it because I thought it would make Keisha laugh because it's PEAS, P's and Q's. And Keisha's not a real picky eater.
no.
And the one vegetable she doesn't like is peas. And I didn't know that when I started.
I hate peas. I will not eat them. Most things I will try, even if I know that I don't like them, just to try them. I will not eat peas. I'll pick around them if they're in things, because a lot of times like rice has peas and carrots in it, and I'll pick around it. I'm okay. But yeah. So now it makes me laugh because I'm like, oh my goodness, it's the worst possible thing. But
And
it does
there's
make
a
me
and,
laugh.
they're the cutest little things because they're pea pods, and I mean,
It's
it's so cute.
it's so cute, but it just makes me laugh because it's like, well, you found the one food.
And it's a cricket collection chart,
Yes.
which is funny because that I did get Keisha to stitch one of those,
Hmm.
but that's not a company that Keisha is as familiar with, a designer that she's as familiar
Yeah.
with. So that's not in her stash. So like
Yeah.
I'm like strike one, strike two, strike three, and
It's
I'm
but
still stitching it.
and it's hysterical to me and I love it so much.
So I really look forward to pulling it out. And I think, why do I not stitch on this at some other time of the year? I like this so much.
Yeah, it's a
Really,
good
what I
one.
should do is divide it up,
Hmm.
and then I could finish it on your birthday next year.
Ooh, that could be fun. That could be fun.
I should figure out, kind of how many stitches I have left. So
Hmm. That would be fun.
I don't generally count my stitches like Keisha does. Like
I,
I don't pre-count the whole pattern. So
yeah, no, it's an extra hobby on the hobby.
what I'll probably do is take it with me, and I will just take it to the library, and I will photocopy it about 10 times. And
Hmm.
then I will get a Sharpie out and just divide it and see which
Ah,
one comes out best. And then I
perfect.
can shred all those copies.
And you've got it. Perfect.
I'll just keep the one.
Right.
So anyway, those are some loose plans coming up. I was really happy to get the starts in that I did. I'm
Yeah.
still I still owe like another start, but I don't think I'm going to do another start today.
Mm.
I think I'll let another one carry over into July, which
Hmm.
is the month where I feel like all I want to do is start things so I can catch
Right.
up my starts that I haven't done.
Yeah. Sounds like a good plan.
So, because I have two that I was supposed to start last year, and they just keep getting pushed back. And it makes me think, am I really all that excited to start them if I'm not getting them out?
Right, right.
So,
Or are there just too many fun, nice things that are coming out that you're like, ooh, this one?
well, and like, okay, so this he leads you is not a new one. I was trying to see if she had, yeah. I mean, this one came out last year. It's
Mhm.
2024.
Mhm.
So that's not too bad. But this one, like I said, I think this is 2023. So I did sit on it a couple of years,
Mhm.
which isn't very long,
Right.
but most of my starts have been things that have been living in my stash.
So a baby has broken into my filming space. So if you're hearing little, hello, Owen. So
So
sorry. I'm so sorry.
I have just loose goals and things to come. So
I'm so sorry, everyone. I don't know where the baby wrangler is, so you can have a rare Owen sighting. But say hi. Say hi, everyone. Say hello. Oh no,
hello,
he's clammed up.
Owen. Hello.
Are you gonna say hello? No, you're gonna clam up. It's camera shy, I guess.
So, do you think that now we've had enough shenanigans?
Ooh, and he's not gonna ramble for us, so we might as well stop.
Then there's really nothing left to say except goodbye.
Bye. Have a good week.